So we're here today for our yoga at Proprietor's Lodge, and this will be a gentle flow class on this Friday evening, just to get us prepared to end our week and enter our weekend with grace and peace, an open mind, relaxed body and heart. So sitting up nice and tall, take a deep breath in. Do that twice more, deep breath in. Exhale. And one more time, full breath. And let go. Good. Breathe in through your nose. Just pause at the top. As you exhale, round your back. So you can cup your knees here if that's comfortable. You can have your palms down, tuck your tail, scoop your belly, navel back to spine, chin towards chest. And then inhale, float forward on the sitting bones. Lift the belly, lift the chest, lift the throat and face. You could look up. And exhale, round your back. So either closed eyes or a soft gaze to begin. And just one more time. So we're just doing a little warm up in the spine before we sit still. That's right. And exhale, release. And then sitting up tall, lengthen the spine, send your shoulders to your ears. Exhale, roll them back and down. And you can do that 2 more times. Inhale up. Exhale, release. Maybe closing the eyes. Gaze one more time. Then lift up. Exhale, let go. Palms open up. And full exhale. On your next inhale, right ear to the right shoulder, open up, left side of the neck, and pause. Exhale to bring back to the chest. And then go the other way, bring the other ear to the shoulder and neck. And exhale through center. And then just one more time each side, ear to shoulder. Back through center. Last time, opposite side, ear to shoulder. And back through center. On an in-breath, go ahead and lift the head, your eyes closed. And breathe out where you are. Your long, tall spine, take an inhale to the lowest part of the belly, the middle portion of the ribs, and the upper part of the chest. As you exhale, breath from the chest, from the ribs, and from the lowest part of the belly. Continue to keep breath. You're breathing in through your nose. You're lengthening your spine from the bottom of the tail to the top of your head. And you're allowing the breath to fill your entire body. Sending that deep, full breath to all the edges and corners of your body that might not normally receive the breath. Inviting in new energy, prana or life force with each breath. Taking in all the goodness that you're seeking, whatever it is that you want to invite into your body, to your mind or to your heart. And exhale, release and let go of things holding you back and not serving you tonight. And continue this steady breath, paddle or rest on the wave of your breath. Then your awareness expand even beyond your breath. Take in feeling or sensation of the space that you're practicing in. The feeling of whatever you're sitting on tonight. the temperature of the air around your body. Sounds close by or sounds in the distance. And welcoming all of it, letting it all in. And becoming completely present in this moment right here. A deep breath in. And the next time you inhale, let your hands come together to form a prayer position in front of the heart. You can let your palms touch and then bow the head to yourself. So just honoring your own body and mind and heart, and setting an intention for tonight, just focusing on whatever it is. Practice. How do you want to feel when you tonight? What do you want to lead into this weekend? Practice to affect you and all those that you come in contact with along your path. And the next time that you inhale, you can slide your hands up towards the sky, lengthen the arms, lift the face. As you exhale, create a goddess position with the arms. So bend the elbows, spread the fingers wide, shine the palms open, and bring your elbows right into your waist. And do that again. Inhale the arms, shoot out and up. You can look up through the hands, lift the face to the sky. And exhale in and down, chin to chest. So you're just starting to link your breath with your movement. And you're moving slowly and mindfully through space. Exhale, release, elbows in, chin down. This last, the hands meet above your head, interlace your fingers, release your pointer, and lift the rib cage off the hip points. As you exhale, stretch over to the right in a seated half moon. Keep the left hip down and turn the face to the sky. Inhale through center. Good. Exhale up and over the other way. Inhale through center. And as you breathe out, release your hands behind, drop your chin, and interlace your fingers. Press your fists down, squeeze the backs of the shoulders together, puff up the chest, lift the throat and face. As you exhale, release the face, release the hands, and drift the arms forward. If you're sitting on something, you're welcome to either stay or come off. You can bring the hands forward, drop the head, just to your version of a fold. So for some of us, we're going to be up high. Others of us, we might be down deep or somewhere in between. And you're welcome to bring any movement in. So maybe moving the head or the shoulders or the neck. This kind of experimenting with how you feel in that fold today. And you can always check back in with the breath here too. A good place to just notice the breath in the back of your body. Noticing the lower back and the middle back and the upper back. From your forward fold, roll your body up. Let your hands come behind your legs to press into fingertips. Lift the heart if you can reach the ground. If not, don't worry. Hands could be towards the legs. And if you wanted to pick the hips up, just press the pelvis forward to open the hip flexor and the psoas. And then exhale, release back down. We're going to switch the cross of our legs. So if you're cross legs, put the other leg in front. If you're kneeling, you can stay. And then when you're ready, just take a big sun breath. Lift the arms out and up. Interlace your fingers, release your pointers. So the whole thing from the top. Stretch up and over to the left. Seated half moon, Ardha Chandrasana. Face turns up. Inhale through center. Exhale, nice easy stretch the other way, and take your time. So it might be faster or slower than me or someone near you. Inhale, lift up. And then when you're ready, release your hands behind, drop your chin, your fingers. Press the feet down to open. Open this time. Exhale, hinge at the hips, and if you interlace, otherwise release them. If you want, the arms could reach away from the back, the head could come down, and you could pause here. Good. And if the arms are still interlaced, let those be the thing that pulls you back up to seated. Release the hands, roll the shoulders up, back and down. And then we'll all take our hands behind again, lift our hearts. And if you want to lift the hips, press the pelvis right through, lift the heart, the chest, even let the head fall back. Exhale, release, back down. Good. You're going to come to all fours. So you could either come over your shins or unwind your legs, just making your way to tabletop. And then when you get into tabletop, bring the hands a little further forward to the shoulders and start to circle your hips. Good. So nice big hip circles or small hip circles. And if there's a place that you want to hang out or explore a little further, feel free to do that. And then when the hips come towards the back, reverse direction, move them the other way. Good. And when the hips come towards the back, sit on your heels to a wide knee child's or knees hip width. And you're going to pause there in child. So the hips stretch back towards your heels. They might touch, they might not. They also might be high in the air like a puppy pose. So you choose what works for you. And then from this child's pose or puppy pose, just walk the hands over towards the right. So get a little C curve in the spine and hold there. So sending the arms to the right, and maybe the hips even go to the left a little bit. And you can hold right there, a few breaths. And then when you're ready, send the arms the other way, walking in the opposite direction. And then when you get to a place that feels comfortable, you could relax the head and take a few breaths into that left side of your body, breathing into the left hip, the waist, the ribs, the armpit. Good. Walk your arms through center, so you're back to child's. And wiggle the hands a little further, so maybe you get a little bit of a deeper stretch through the hips. Extending arms, dropping head. And then from your child's pose, roll forward through cat. Bring your knees underneath the hips and keep rolling forward till you eventually come onto your belly. And go ahead and make a pillow for the head. So stack your palms or your fists, and you can let the head drop right onto that pillow that you made with your hands. Lift the shins up so you're bending the knees. And then just roll your ankles so that the ankles roll in one direction. And then let the ankles roll the other way. And letting the feet and ankles relax, start to circle your shins one way. And then start to circle the shins the other way. And let your legs come long on the ground. Bring your hands back near your chest, palms down, elbows up in the air. Anchoring the pubic bone and hip points, lift the chest forward and then slide the hands forward so you can come up onto the forearms with your elbows right underneath your shoulders. And you can spread the fingers wide so you're in Sphinx Pose. Lift the heart. You can have a steady gaze or focal or drishti point on the ground in front of your fingers. So just holding that Sphinx Pose to open the chest and strengthen your back. Take a deep breath in. And as you exhale, soften your chest. So keep the arms where they are, but just kind of let the chest hang off of the shoulders, and then bow your head and relax your bottom. So relax your low back, your glutes, your hips, your pelvis, and then see if you could give the head a little roll side to side. It's loosening up the neck. And then with that heavy, relaxed head, press down into the elbows, press down through the pubic bone, lift the heart up, slide the tailbone towards your heels, and lengthen and widen the collarbones, coming back up to Sphinx and just holding there for a few breaths. Good. Take another deep breath in. And exhale, open the elbows, come back to your belly. Bring hands back to chest, press all the way back to child's. Just take a moment to pause. Good. Beautiful. From child's pose, let's bring our bodies back to tabletop. All fours, bring the wrists underneath the shoulders, bring the knees underneath the hips. And then when you get to tabletop, just wag the hips a couple times. Good. That's perfect. And then holding in your tabletop, we're going to come into a variation of cat-cow that we practiced this morning. For some of you that were online with me this morning, just working your pelvis first. You're going to tilt the pelvis, but try not to move the shoulders or the scapula. So just lift the tailbone up to like a pelvic tilt, but let the shoulders and the upper back stay where it is, and the neck and the head. And then just the pelvis, you're going to tuck the tail. So just the pelvis, tuck the tailbone, create a little cat back in just the lower half of the body. So the shoulders might move a little bit, but really concentrate on your hips. And then do that again, lift the tailbone. So just the hips moving like a pelvic tilt. And then exhale like a pelvic tuck. And one more time, inhale to a pelvic tilt. Exhale to a tuck. Lengthen from tail to head, so you have a long tabletop back. And now move this into your upper back. So round just your upper back like a cat pose, but keep the pelvis kind of neutral, but really dome the upper back. Pull the sternum back towards the upper back. Let the head drop and hold. And then sink the chest down, lift the heart open, lift the throat, lift the face like a cow, but pelvis again kind of stays pretty neutral. Exhale, round your upper back, push the backs of the shoulder blades towards the sky or the ceiling, drop the head. And then inhale, sink the chest, lift the gaze, pelvis stays as neutral as it can. One more time, just the shoulders, really press through the upper back as if you could press those backs of the shoulders all the way up to the sky. And then sink the chest down, lift the face. And then now we'll connect everything. So from here, round your back, draw the navel up and in, drop the tailbone as much as you can, pull the navel as much as you can to the back, drop the head as much as you can so your whole spine is rounded. And then inhale, the tailbone lifts up, the belly drops, the heart reaches through the arms, the face lifts up, so your whole body comes into cow. Exhale, round your whole body to cat. And then inhale your whole body to cow. Take that one more time. Exhale, entire spine curls and rounds. And then inhale one more time back through your cow. Start to lengthen from tail to head, so you're in a tabletop. Curl the toes under and just walk the arms out to puppy. So keep the hips high, sink the chest down, and bring either the forehead or the chin to your mat. Take a few breaths here. And from puppy pose, walk your hands back near your shoulders. You're gonna rock up to stand on your feet to forward fold. So press into the hands, rock your weight back into your feet. Walk the hands back towards the feet. You're standing on your 2 feet. Feet are hip width distance. You're in a forward fold. Shake your head yes. And shake your head no. The next time that you breathe in, bring your hands up to your shin bones, lengthen your spine, pull your head away from your tail to a flat back or Ardha Uttanasana. And exhale, melt to a deep fold. And then we'll do that 2 more times, flowing with our breath. Inhale, lengthen, hands to shins, pull the head away from the hips, good. Exhale, deep fold. So the knees could be bent or straight here. One more time, inhale, lengthen, hands to shins or fingertips to the mat, press head away from tail, stretch out. And exhale, release. Now bend the knees, drop your head, and slowly roll up to stand. At the top, take a nice big sun breath. Inhale the arms out and up. When you're ready, palms touch. And exhale, hands slide right through heart center. You can close your eyes when you get into prayer. Just pause for a moment, deep breath in. And exhale, release your arms. We'll start our standing flow. Take your right arm out to the side. Have your left hand slide down the thigh and stretch up and over to look up. Good. Inhale the arm all the way up and out. Take the other side. That left hand or right hand touches the thigh. Other arm lifts up. And then come through center, tap your thighs, you're standing up, sink the hips back, reach the arms forward, sit into chair, Utkatasana, hands either reach in front of the heart or they line up right above your ears. You're gonna hold for a moment in that standing squat, toes forward, heels back, knees bent. Take a deep breath in. As you exhale, float the arms alongside the body, bring the head in line with the tail, keep those Utkatasana legs long, flat back. And then release the arms, stand up, Tadasana, mountain pose. Press through the feet, stand up tall. Exhale, sink into Utkatasana, hold. Deep breath in. Exhale, float the arms down and back, in line with tail. Release, inhale, stand up, rise, Tadasana, hold, good. And exhale, sit one more time. Back, knees bent, arms long, either in line with ears or in line with shoulders. Deep breath. And release the arms. The next time you inhale to stand, pause, come on up. And then as you exhale, bend your knees and swan dive. Open the arms, bend the knees, fly through space all the way to forward fold. Inhale, lengthen the spine, bring hands to shins, long, flat back. And exhale, deep fold, bend the knees. Inhale, reverse your swan dive, come all the way up to stand, press through the feet, lift the arms. And exhale, hands to prayer. Maybe the eyes close again. Take a deep inhale. And exhale, release your arms. Take a big sun breath to the top. Inhale, lift the arms and hold. And as you exhale, stay standing. Open the arms, catch the hips. Good. Stay standing. Walk to the top of your mat. And then from here, send the weight onto the left foot. Bring your right leg back to a high lunge. And you can be on the ball of your back foot. Yep, so left leg forward, right leg back. Left knee is above your left ankle, back leg is long, and you determine how vigorous it is. So a little more gentle would be a shorter stance, more vigorous, longer stance. Inhale the arms either forward and up or out to the side and up. You're gonna hold your high lunge, press out through the back heel, open up the heart and chest, take a deep inhale. And as you exhale, goddess your arms, bend the back knee, cactus arms, palms are forward, sink down a little bit. And then inhale, press down into the feet to rise up, straighten the legs, shoot the arms up to frame the head. And exhale, bend the knees. You're working some strength and balance here, nice and easy. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, press through. Inhale, rise up, stay at the top. And as you breathe out, just bend the front knee. So now we're in that high lunge. So straighten up the back leg if you can, straighten up the arms if you can, palms face each other, fingers long and strong. On an in-breath, straighten the front leg. And exhale, open up, warrior two. Spin the back heel down, rearrange your feet. So now the front knee is bent, the back leg is straight. Your front toes are facing the front of the mat and your back toes facing the long edge of the mat. Good, yep, and arms are shoulder height, wrists are right above your ankles. Good, let's come in and out of this without moving our feet. Straighten the legs, lift your arms, let your palms touch, look towards the long edge of your mat. Exhale, release to warrior two, Virabhadrasana two. One more time, inhale up, or actually let's go twice more. Exhale, release. And one more time, inhale, rise. Good breathing, exhale, release, stay at the bottom. Take a deep inhale and full exhale. From warrior two, come to reverse triangle. Straighten your legs. Back hand to back leg. Lift the heart and chest. Lift the left arm and look up. Open arms to shoulder height. You can pause here, straight legs. From here, slide your arm bones forward. Kick your hips back. Straight legs. And then bring your front hand to your shin, ankle, or ground and lift the top arm to the sky. So you're in triangle pose. If it feels okay, you could take that bottom hand and bring the back of your hand to your inner calf. So your palms facing the long edge of the mat. Look up to top hand if that feels okay. And exhale, top hand lowers. Right the bottom hand, like clap your hands and look down at your front foot and your hands. Slide your right arm along your left arm across the collarbones, across the chest, all the way to the sky to look up. Exhale, release. So you're going to close the book of your body. Look down. Inhale, slide right across the collarbone, open your heart, look up. And exhale, close it off. You got it. One more time. Inhale, slide it up, lift up, look up, hold the top. Breathe out where you are. Good, so coming back to triangle eventually, long straight arms, long straight legs, and then top arm picks you up and bend the front knee, warrior two. Dance back, reverse your warrior, back hand to back leg, top arm lifts, big stretch for left ribs. Inhale, open arms shoulder height, straighten your legs. Turn your toes forward, your heels back. So we're all setting up in a wide-legged stance. Arms can stay shoulder height, wrists are above your ankles, and you're facing that long edge of the mat. So check your feet. Make sure your toes are forward and your heels are back. So not turned out, they're parallel. That's right. Arms shoulder height if you can, strengthening your shoulders and arms. Lift your arms up, sun breath, breathe in, lift up. And exhale, dive just halfway to start. So catch your legs and bring the head into the tailbone. And then decide here if you want to stay in this flat back, which you could also be holding the legs or reach to the ground if you can reach the ground, or go to a deeper fold, hinging at the hips and then lowering the hands maybe towards the earth or a block. And if you're in that deep fold, you might give your head a nod, yes. You might give your head a shake, no. And then give your body a moment to relax here with any variation of the arms. They could dangle off the shoulders. They could stretch forward like a down dog. They could reach through the legs with palms down. You could hold elbows. So whatever would feel good. No special way to be right now. Take a few breaths in this wide-legged forward fold. Good, and then when you're ready, if you're in the deeper version of the fold, just come to a long flat back again. So if you can touch the ground, you can do that with fingertips to the ground. If the ground feels too far away, do that with hands to legs. From your long flat back, bend your knees. Bring your hands up to your thighs, maybe one at a time. Fingers in, elbows out. Press off your thighs and round your body up to stand. Big rolling spine to come to stand, and then inhale, sun breath, lift the arms, look up. Exhale, arms shoulder height to pause in that wide-legged stance. Beautiful job. You guys are doing great. Turn your left foot forward. That's your front foot. Bend your left knee. So the foot towards the lake if you're on the deck. Bend your left knee towards the lake. There you go. Good. You had a 50-50 chance. Arm shoulder height. That's great. So look forward. You're doing awesome. Take a deep breath in. And then as you exhale, we're going to cartwheel down. So the left arm reaches down, the right arm reaches down. Pluck the back heel up, close the hips, and then soften the back knee and just pause for a moment. So you could pad your knee here. For some of us with sensitive knees, we might want to throw something underneath that knee. So you're in a hip flexor stretch. Yep, front knee above the front ankle. Hips are low, so you feel the psoas stretch. Good. And just holding here, breathing into the hips. Maybe bowing the head or keeping a long flat back. So you're welcome to stay here. This is a good kind of deep stretch for the hips, the pelvis, the psoas. Or if you want to build a little strength and balance to come up from here, just come on the fingertips, lift the chest off the thigh. Maybe bring one hand or even both hands to the thigh, stacking the hands or interlacing the fingers. Press the thigh forward to move the shoulders back and hold. So the back toes could either be curled under or uncurled, depending on how your kneecap feels there, whatever's better for you. And then release the hands, maybe lift them out and up to frame the head. So you're in Untitled or a knee down lunge. That's beautiful. Take a deep breath in. As you exhale, open the arms, touch the ground or the blocks. And then for all the runners here on the deck, this will feel good. You're going to pull the hips back, straighten the front leg, flex your foot, walk your hands back, lengthen your spine, pull the head away from the hip. Good. And then just take a nice deep hold over that hamstring and pause. Good. Just pulling the hips back, or pulling the toes back rather, flexing the left foot. You got it. Couple breaths there. Good job. Yep, perfect. And then if you want, flex your foot. Yep, good. Good job. You got it. You guys are doing great. Isn't it nice to be in person again? I know for you guys on Zoom, it's great to be online too, but it's nice to be able to see bodies on the deck. Good. Yeah, I know, isn't it crazy? We have people online and people in person and all practicing together. It's beautiful. Good. So come on the sole of your front foot, bend the front knee, dip the hips. Let's walk the hands. And if you want to lift up one more time, just lift up, open the heart, but you don't have to. Maybe even look up, maybe lift the gaze. And exhale, dive forward. From here, let's come onto our bellies. So slide the front leg back to meet the back leg. Lower yourself down to your belly. Uncurl your toes. Bring your hands back near your chest. Press into hands, press into pubic bone, and lift to cobra. So pull the heart forward to lift up. You got it. And exhale, release back to your belly. Shift forward to tabletop, all fours. When you get into tabletop, just wag the hips. Just feel those hips side to side. Yeah, that's good. Now from here, so this Friday nights I tend to keep the class a little more gentle, but of course take any variations that you want here to kick it up a notch if you'd rather. Toes are curled under. You'll either come back to puppy, that would be a more gentle place to be, or come up to dog. Bring the hands a little forward to the shoulders, curl the toes under, lift the hips, and stretch back. And if you're choosing to be in dog, feel free to walk the dog. So you'd pedal out, press one heel down and bend the opposite knee, and then press the other heel down and bend the opposite knee. And just take a moment to walk through, pressing one heel and the other heel. Good. And if you're pedaling out the dog, maybe hold on one side, so press through one heel, bend the opposite knee, and then look underneath the arm of the straight leg. Inhale into a calf press. If you're in dog with me, lift your heels and switch sides, press through the other heel, bend the opposite knee, and then look underneath the arm of the straight leg. Good. Inhale, rise. Exhale, both your heels drop, and then from dog, you're going to come forward however you want. So either little baby steps, or if it's in your practice, you could do one big step and another big step, or however you like to transition forward. Have your feet hip width and shake your head yes. And then shake your head no. Let your head hang, bend your knees, and roll your body up to stand. When you reach the top, take your big sun breath again, lift the arms. You just keep moving with the breath. That's perfect. Exhale, draw that energy down to your heart. Stand up tall. Close eyes or soft, steady gaze. Take a deep inhale. And exhale, release your arms. You can float the eyes open. Take the left arm out to the side above your head and stretch up and over to the right. And then you look up to the sky. Good. Come through center. That comes out to the side, down to the opposite arm. Other arm out and up. Big side stretch. And then back through center, touch your thighs. Take a moment just to take in that gorgeous view in front of you. Bend the knees, bend the hips, to chair, Utkatasana. So hands could be like holding a beach ball in front of the chest, or you could reach that beach ball right above the head and back, holding Utkatasana, standing squat. Deep breath in. Now, alongside the body, keep the knees and hips where they are. Just take a flat back, arms fly like wings alongside body. Release the arms. Inhale. Tadasana, mountain pose, hold. And exhale, sit into Utkatasana, hold. Deep breath in. Exhale. So we're just moving one breath per movement, hold. Inhale, rise, Tadasana. Up strong and tall. You're putting out energy even though it looks so simple. Exhale, sit, Utkatasana, pause, hold there. And exhale, fly the arms. Good, release. Inhale, stand, hold the top, Tadasana. Breathe out, swan dive forward, either bent knees or straight legs, your choice. Inhale, lengthen Ardha Uttanasana, hands to shins or fingertips graze the mat. Stretch head away from the hips, lengthen. Exhale, deepen, bend your knees or keep your legs straight. Reverse your swan dive, open up, flat back to stand up, arms out, all the way up. And exhale through prayer. Take a moment just to hold. Take a deep breath in. And exhale, release your arms. It's going to be last on breath for now. Inhale up, you're going to stay standing. And exhale, just open the arms, stay standing. Walk to the top of your mat so you have room to back. Standing on the right foot, send your left leg back. So you're back to your crescent lunge. So your hips are square here. If there's ever a time where you don't feel stable in the high lunge, you could spin the back heel down like warrior one. Otherwise, ball of foot. Lift the arms up. So it's a little different than a traditional version of warrior one or Virabhadrasana one. You're gonna hold, deep breath, and exhale, goddess the arms. Bend your elbows to shoulder height, shine the palms forward, bend the back knee. So you hover and you're working the strength in your legs. Inhale, straighten the legs, pick the arms up to frame the head, press through the ball of the back foot to force that arch in the back foot. Exhale, bend the knee, bend the elbow. So you're stretching the fascia or connective tissue in the bottom of the foot. Inhale, strengthen, lengthen, lift up, stretch. And exhale, sink. Good. Inhale, lift. Keep the arms up, just bend the front knee. High lunge. Keep the back leg straight if you can. Press out through the heel if you can. Lift up through the back of your left knee if you can. So the back leg is straight, holding here. On an inhale, straighten the front leg. And exhale, open up, warrior. The heel spins down, arms open. The front heel lines up with the arch of the back foot. Good job. Look at your front foot. Make sure the toes are forward, the heel is back. Arms are straight if they can be, and wrists are right above the ankle. Bend the knee above your ankle. Good. Yep, perfect. Look out forward over the right fingertips. And then without moving the feet, straighten the legs, lift your arms, let your palms touch, and you can just shift the gaze to look to the side. Exhale, open up, warrior two. You place the arms to shoulder height, look back over the front middle finger. And then inhale, straighten the legs, lift the arms. Good. Exhale, release, warrior two. I think we went one extra time. Inhale, lift. This is for good luck. Exhale, release, warrior two. Hold the bottom. Take a deep breath in. And full breath out. Good. From your warrior two, reverse warrior, or actually straighten the front leg. That's what we did on the other side. Back hand to back leg, reverse triangle. Look up. And then keep the legs straight, open the arms to T. Keep the legs straight, open the arms to T. Legs are straight. Slide the arms across the imaginary table as you shift the hips back in space away from the front fingertips. And then bring the front hand to the shin, ankle, or ground. Top arm lifts right above bottom arm. For tonight, if it feels okay in triangle, place the back of your bottom hand to the inner portion of the bottom calf. So there's a long line from bottom wrist to top wrist. Fingertips may be grazing the mat. Look up to top hand, deep breath, straight legs. Engage your quadriceps, so hug your thigh muscles onto your thigh bones. Take a deep breath in. And then exhale, close the book of your body. Slide the left arm out and down to clap hands with the bottom hand. And slide the left arm along the right arm across the collarbones like you're going to spread your heart open and look up towards the sky. Exhale, close your heart off, touch your palms, and then spread it open. Slide it right along the arm, along the collarbones, shine it at the sky. Exhale, release. Last time. And inhale, slide out. Stay at the top. Breathe out where you are. On an inhale, rise up. And now put a bend in the front knee. Warrior two and dance back. Just open the right body. That should feel pretty good. Good. Inhale, open arms, straighten the legs, arms shoulder height. Toes forward, heels back. Here's where we can rearrange our feet again. We want to make sure our big toes are in the same line. Toes are forward, heels back, arms are shoulder height, and the wrists are above our ankles. Wide-legged stance. Drop your tailbone down, so no sway backs. Have a long length in the low back. Inhale, lift your arms up, sun breath. And exhale, swan dive to catch the legs. So push the head away from your tail and then hold when you get to a flat back. And just use the hands gently on the legs to help slide the shoulder blades down the back, to press the head forward to that imaginary wall in front of you, and press your tail back to the imaginary wall behind you. Take a deep breath in with all that length in your spine. And then exhale, maybe go further. You could relax the hands off the legs and touch the ground or a block. And then perhaps give the head a nod, yes. Or even a shake, no. Good. You could hang out, you could take a shoulder roll if you wanted to. Any variations, if you'd like to bend the knees, one knee and the other knee. So just kind of playing around in this wide-legged forward fold. Any arm variations that you like. So moving or not moving, however you want to be. Good. Any variations that you want to take right now. And just take a few breaths there. Good. If you're in a specific variation, gently start to make your way out in your own time. Eventually, we'll slide our hands back underneath the shoulders if they left that position. And then start to soften the knees. Bring hands to the tops of your thighs with fingers in and elbows out. Palms press onto tops of thighs. Press into the thighs and roll up to stand. And you get to the top, nice big sun breath. Inhale, arms sweep out and up. They can touch above the head. Exhale, arms shoulder height, wrists above your ankles to hold. Good. Spin the right foot forward. So heels line up with arch of back foot. Bend the right knee right above the ankle. Look out over the right fingers to warrior two, Virabhadrasana 2. Good. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, slow cartwheel down. The front arm goes, the back arm follows. You pivot on the ball of the back foot to a low lunge. Soften the back knee. Hold this hip flexor psoas stretch here. Back toes curled under or uncurled, your choice. Breathing into the hips. You can stay or come up onto the fingertips and reach the heart up off the thigh. Staying here or placing one hand to the thigh, other hand to the thigh, or interlacing fingers, and slide the thigh bone forward as you press the chest open and the shoulders back right above the hips. Good. And if you feel okay there, arms could sweep down to come up or out to the side above the head, whatever you have room for. Arms above the hips, gaze forward, heart lifted. Take a breath. And exhale, open up, touch the ground or your blocks on either side of the foot. We're going to take that hamstring stretch. So pull the hips back, Ardha Hanamanasana. Walk the hands back to frame the leg right underneath the shoulder. So you could wiggle that heel forward. If you have blocks, great place to have your blocks if you need some extra help touching the ground. Lengthen your spine. And then exhale, maybe deepen your fold. And breathe into the back of your straight front leg. Good job. If it feels comfortable, you're going to activate that right foot, flex the foot, so shine the sole of the foot forward. Good. You guys are doing awesome. Steady breath. And when you're ready, just roll over the sole of the front foot, bend the front knee, dip the hips, walk the hands back. If you want to float up one more time, lift up, look up, take the chest up, take the throat up, take the face up, look up. And exhale, dive forward. Good. Slide the front leg back to meet the back leg. Lower onto your belly. Make a pillow for your head again. Stack the palms or fists again. Bend the knees, toes up again, and let the legs fall left to right again. Circle the shins around again in one direction. And circle the shins the other way. Let your legs come long and straight. Flatten out your hands, so stack the palm of one hand to the ground and the palm of the other hand to the back of that bottom hand. Turn onto the right side of your face. And bring your left knee out to half frog. So you just slide that knee out to about hip height. So you can look in the direction of your bent knee to start. That's kind of easier to free up that left leg. And then once you get that left leg out to the side, you can choose if you want to stay on the right side of the face, or if you want to come onto the forehead, or if you want to turn onto the opposite cheek. So either one is fine, wherever you want to let the head rest. And then just feel your hips start to melt down towards the ground. So notice if you're clenching anywhere in the back or the hips or the legs or thighs. And just see if you could start to surrender. If you could begin to let gravity help you out here. So the more you can relax, the more easily you can start to slip into this posture of opening that hip. Take another deep breath in. And exhale to slide the bent leg down to meet the straight leg. Turn onto the left side of the face. Bring your right knee out to frog, half frog. And you can stay on the right side of the face, or bring the forehead down, or turn onto the left side of the face. And same thing here, you'll just pause and make any adjustments that you need to in your body so that you feel comfortable here. Take another deep breath in. As you exhale, slide the bent leg down to meet the straight leg. Bring your head back through neutral. You can rest the forehead. Take the hands back near the shoulders and press back to one last child's pose of your choice. So as you come back, the knees could be hip width or they could be wide. The arms could extend. They could come alongside the body with the backs of hands to ground and palms open. Or maybe the palms pressed together to prayer and the elbows bend and the forearms fold back to your head. So just finding a place in child's pose that would feel good for you right now. From child's pose, slide your hands back near the shoulders. Press into your hands to roll up or lengthen up to sit on your heels. And we're just going to come to seated. So when you're ready, bring the hips over to the side and swing the legs around to the front. Good. You're going to scoot your body forward and we'll just make room to lay back. Can't believe what time it is. It flies by sometimes. So just lift your arms up. We're going to make our way onto our back. So feet to the mat, arms up. Eventually we'll be in Shavasana. So of course any props that you like to have for that, just have them nearby. And then you're going to slowly lower. So tuck the tail, scoop the belly, come all the way down onto your back. Good. And then when you get down, just take a big stretch out. Send the legs forward. Send the arms behind you. Lengthen from your fingers to your toes. Stretch your front body, stretch your back body, stretch the sides of your body. And then from here, this is going to be a little different. You're going to soften your elbows to frame your head and catch opposite elbow. So you're just making like a frame for your head. Your arms are above the head and you're grabbing your elbows. Doesn't matter which arm is on top. From here, move your legs over to the right corner of your mat, both your legs. And then cross your left leg on top of your right, so your ankles cross. Okay? Now pick your torso up and just move your shoulders and head a little bit to the right. So you create this C curve in the spine. You're creating like this kind of banana shape in the body. And you're just going to breathe into that whole left side of your body. So breathing into the left hip, the left waist, the left ribs and armpit and chest. Good. Opening up that side of your body. Good. Take another deep breath in. And full breath out. Uncross your ankles. Walk your legs back through center and move your torso back through center. If you'd like, switch the cross of your arms. So just grab, other hand to other elbow. So you just kind of switch. And then we're going to do the same thing over here. So move your legs over to the left corner of the mat now. And then take the right leg on top of the left leg, so the ankles cross. And then slide your torso, like your ribs and chest and upper back and arms, up and over to the left, and then set them back down. So you create that big C curve from your right foot all the way up the right leg, the right side body, up to the right armpit, chest, and forearm. Or upper arm rather. And then just take a few breaths here, really opening up that side body. Breathing into all that new space and length that you're creating. Uncross the legs, move the legs back, move the torso back. Let's unwind the arms and just give yourself a hug. So hug the knees into your body, wrap the arms around the legs, the knees, or hold the knees or the shins and just take a little rock side to side. You can let the head be relaxed on the ground. Place your hands on top of the knees and circle the knees a couple times in one direction. And then circle the knees in the other direction. And then hugging the knees into the body, release the feet to the ground, knees up towards the sky. Open the arms to T, palms can be open. Send the left leg long and just hug the right knee. And we're just gonna do one more quick little thing before we rest. So interlace your fingers, hold on to the shin, pull the knee up towards the chest so you're in this, it's called wind relieving pose. It's a good posture for your digestion and a good posture to lengthen your low back and release any tension there in the back body. Just pausing here. And then with left hand to right knee, open the right arm to T and guide that leg across the body. You could kind of scooch the hips back if you wanted to, so they're more in line with the chest and the heel. And just coming into that spinal twist on the left hip with the right knee down across the body, and the head can turn away. Yep, so roll right onto your left hip. So go all the way towards your left, all the way. There you go, good. Take that knee right towards the ground, good. And then turn the head away from your knee. Good job. Move the head through center, roll back onto your spine. You can bring your right foot to the ground and shift the hips back. Send the right leg long. Take your left knee into belly, hold the knee or the shin or interlace your fingers around the shin and just give it a nice little squeeze to release the low back and give a massage to the digestive organs here. Lengthen the back of the head and neck by dropping the chin slightly. Flex your feet if you can to activate the legs. Good job. Take another deep breath in. Exhale, release the sole of the left foot to the ground, open the arms to T. So this time before we twist, I want to set you up a little bit better. So press into the left foot, scoot your hips to the left first, move them a little bit over to the left. Place the sole of the left foot on top of the right thigh, right hand to left knee, and now guide that knee over the body as you roll onto the right hip. So now your hips are in the right spot. And the foot can fall off the thigh, so there's more of a 90-degree bend in the hip and the knee if you'd like. And then the head just turns away from the knee. If it's too much pressure on the back, bend the bottom leg underneath the top leg. A few breaths in your spinal twist. Good. any adjustments that you need to so you feel comfortable here. Bring the head through center, roll back onto your spine, left foot to the ground, press into the foot to scooch the hips back, and then take one last stretch out if you'd like. Legs forward, arms behind, and then finishing in any final movement or posture or stretch before you come to Shavasana. So any wiggles, any adjustment, any shifting, any postures we didn't get to, feel free to take them now. I'm gonna guide you into Shavasana in case it's new or less familiar. This is where we're gonna end our practice, the last pose before we come up to sit. So on your back, the legs will come long, slightly greater than hip width, with feet splaying open. The arms will come slightly away from the body, about 45 degrees at the armpit. Backs of hands can touch the ground, palms can be open, and your eyes can close. If you want to put on any extra layers, feel free. If you're getting chilly, any props to support your practice, you can do that as well. If the low back is sensitive, put a bolster or rolled blanket or pillows under the knees, or you could even bring your feet to the mat nice and wide and let the inner thighs and knees touch if you'd rather do that instead of straight legs. Once you've come into Shavasana, you'll close your eyes and start to let your body relax. You can let your breath and let your mind settle. You'll be here for just a couple moments in this resting pose. And taking the next few minutes together in stillness and silence, letting this be an opportunity to invite in whatever you need from tonight. An opportunity to set down, release, and let go of whatever is not serving you or holding you back. Letting yourself be completely free and open and present in this moment, just as it is. Everything in order, just as it should be. And continuing to rest here in Shavasana. If you're practicing at home and want to stay longer, feel free to rest as long as you'd like in Shavasana. And eventually, without needing to move your body, just notice your body. Notice the shape your body is creating. Notice what's touching the ground or the floor or open to the space around you. And as you tune back in, maybe inviting movement in when you're ready, moving slowly and mindfully. And eventually coming onto one side when you're ready. This resting in a fetal pose on the left or the right, using the least amount of effort to get there. Moving as mindfully as possible with the eyes closed or a soft gaze, press yourself back up to seated. You can come into cross legs or any other variation. Palms could be up on the lap or down on the lap, whatever feels better for you right now. Sitting up tall and long, just as we began. Invite in a deep, full inhale. And a slow, complete exhale. On your next in-breath, let your hands meet in front of your heart, forming a prayer position or Anjali Mudra to seal in your practice and intentions. And as you exhale, bow your head back to yourself, honoring that intention that you set, honoring your body, sending gratitude to your own heart, body, and mind. And gratitude to all the other blessings present in your life right here in this particular moment today. And then we'll end together on the sound of home, the sound of community, starting with a letting go breath. Take a breath in through the nose. Exhale a sigh. Good. And we'll begin. Deep breath in. And as your head bows back to yourself, taking one last moment to honor the divinity and the light that shine within you. Namaste. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you guys so much for being here. Thank you online. Thank you guys that are here on the deck. It was awesome to practice with you all. So I'll see you next time. We'll go through September and beyond, maybe. Who knows? Right through September. And then we'll be on Mount Greylock today, or this weekend on Sunday too. There's a few spots left for that. So if you are interested in practicing outside again or online, we'll be at Mount Greylock Sunday at 5. So see you guys next time. Thank you.